Okay, we're on a new Windows install. We just ran this command to install the nerd font. And we are going to install the code WSL extension. And basically, in this video, we're going to go all the way to a complete working Windows bar dev setup using WSL with native performance. So you get all the benefits of using Linux and the reproducibility, but also the speed of a Windows setup. We're installing Ubuntu 24. We just have the WSL extension over in VS Code. Wait for this to finish up. Get this ready to copy. Okay, we got our Linux user set up. We're going to go ahead and install Starship, which is a bit of styling for our prompt. And then we are going to change the startup to be a new profile that we create called Ubuntu. We're going to change our new font after we restart here. Don't need that. Okay. Should be picking up our new font now. There it is. And now whenever we start a new terminal, it should be Ubuntu, and it is. Okay, we're going to go ahead and clone bar tab tools and cd into it. This stuff is just for me later, mostly. You don't have to worry about any of this. I'm just wiring up some remotes so that I have them in my repo. This script, creates a file with local root set to code. This is just my preference. SSH setup and bar debug launcher and recoil engine set to some configured branches that I have. This script here will install just for us, which is the only precursor to running this script. We're going to source bash rc. And now we should have just. We do. These are all the commands that are available to us, but for right now, the only one we care about is just set up init, which will be our first time bootstrapping. It's going to ask us a bunch of questions initially and basically just preview what we're going to do here. We're going to install DistroBox. We're going to use this data directory on the Windows side to copy files over into. You can just accept yes there. We'll take the default feature selection here. You can toggle these with a number, but we're not going to. Yes, we do want to symlink over to our program files folder. We do want to automatically switch Chobby. That's just the Beyond All Reason dev dropdown whenever you boot in. We do want to modify Spring settings if we select a command that does that. And we do want to set up SSH using the password manager that I set up here. We probably want a few more of the common password managers, but there's also these two options which walk beginners through. And we're cooking. We can now go AFK. After this step, we're going to make sure 1Password is set up correctly. Under Preferences, let me make this bigger for you guys. Okay. So under Developer, we have Use SSH Agent and 1Password CLI are both enabled. We are also going to go under Security and make sure 4 hours is our system idle, just so that after bar finishes cloning, we don't get reprompted while I'm AFK and streaming. Okay, we do want to include the editor integrations. So we're going to say yes to that, and we are good to go. AFK. I will see you guys in 3 hours when this wraps up. All right, that wrapped up. We're going to just bar launch, and that's going to start our bar Python launcher here, which I just alt-tabbed away from. And we are going to go ahead and launch the game. It selected dev lobby for us. It should also set Chobby up, so we don't have to click anything. Add some AIs to make things super interesting. Good enough. Notice it's on the engine version. While this goes, let's go ahead and load our environment up. We see all the repos are cloned. Let's go the three we care about for that right now. We're just loading files so that our workspace initializes. Clang is parsing, ceiling is parsing, and GUI top bar has already initialized Emilua. We should have navigate to definition. We do. Hovering works, all looks good. We have our extensions for VS Code installed into our WSL VS Code instance. And if we go over to our script here and grab some modifications that I have queued up for GL top bar. We're going to drop that into draw screen, and we should immediately see this change in game. Magenta top bar, very noticeable. And if we switch back over to bar DevTools and just type just bar sync logs, we should see that. GI top bar went over in 74 millis, and if we change it back, we should instantly see that it is gone in game. Gadgets work the same way. All right, so we've got a working dev environment here. What else can we do with it? I wanted to show you guys a few commands that will let you get in and start unit testing quickly. So let's open a spec and show that. So let's say you had a new feature and you wanted to label it new feature or focus, and then you wanted to just run that one test. You could do that through this command. Notice how fast it is, very quick. This command is equivalent to running style dot over in bar. And I would not recommend this command yet, simply because we haven't merged the style formatting branch into bar, so you're going to see a million changes, but that's why it's taking so long. But eventually, this would give you no op in bar because we merged that into master, so this will be very useful. So as you can see, it made a lot of changes that we don't necessarily want, but soon will. Similarly, this is the linter for style stuff. And this is the type checker. With a lot of problems because we have yet to merge that PR either. But I have it lined up where that'll get down to 0 and will actually be a real signal for us. I think that's about it. Let's see if I missed anything. Just bar log will show you the info log. It's important to note that while the game is running, if you try to run the engine, try to compile, it'll warn you. It'll say, hey, we've got Spring running. You can't do that. It'll unwrite the files running the engine right now. But if you type just bar stop, that will clean up all your processes, Spring, the Python launchers, the sync daemon. And then if we run build Windows again, no problems. I think this is one of the benefits of having a unified scripting layer like this. We can kind of gate certain things between the repos and make sure everything is copacetic. All right, guys, I think that's it. Thanks for your time.